Previously, in Breaking Point.
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
Aiden, listen.
Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me.
Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 Championship.
What about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
Devon Butler now. Oh, that's not good! Oh no! Devon Butler spins! He's out!
It was his hearing. He'd been keeping it from us.
Done.
I think maybe he'd been trying to keep it from himself. So if Devon, your son, can't drive, how about your daughter?
Callie Mayer becomes the first female driver of the modern era to participate in an F1 race.
Here she comes! But there's contact between the two Konnersports drivers!
Aiden, are you alright? It's just another Butler.
The two Konnersports teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon.
What is Aiden playing at? I thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
Enough! It has to stop. Understand?
I must take care of the business, Kelly. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
You always like to leave all this behind, don't you?
It's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
I didn't choose this, Casper.
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist.
Coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay.
You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies.
I'm sorry if I was ever.
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
Aiden's out! I heard.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
Is this a team order?
She's not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Trust me, you watch her go.
And to the checker flag for one final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Konnersport sure will be very delighted with that one.
How is it going, guys? It is David Cloden from KZR Racing, and welcome to F1 25 Breaking Point 3 for the very start of this journey through what I believe will be the final Breaking Point instalment on the F1 game. And we're going to start at Bahrain, Day 3 of 2024 pre-season testing, fresh off the nail-biting finish to their 2023 campaign. Konnersport head into pre-season testing in Bahrain as a clear underdog on the grid. However, the team, under new management, has been hard at work, looking to prove their doubters wrong. So, we're going to be doing like we did in the previous two Breaking Point games. We're going to start the year before this game cycle comes out. So we're going to do through 2024 season first, and then into the current 2025 season. So this is going to be fun, guys. So without further ado, let's go to our first cutscene.
Well, here we are then, the final day of pre-season testing here in Bahrain.
It's been good, hasn't it, so far, Crofty? We've seen all the teams out there, putting in the miles, putting in the laps, and we come away from it still not knowing who's going to be the team to beat. It looks super competitive as always.
Now, you're not wrong, Ant. Red Bull and Ferrari have looked impressive as expected, but it's Konnersport that have really been the talk of the paddock so far this week.
Okay, Aidan, we've got some great data over the past couple of days. We're all really happy, but let's make this a big, strong finish, yeah?
Yeah, copy.
Right, we've gone with a brand new setup on the car here, so just use this lap to get accustomed to the changes, and once you feel like you're happy enough with everything, you can come back to the pits at any time to end the session.
Okay, sounds good.
Great, I'll leave it up to you.
So from that very first cutscene, it looks like that Konnersport is now under the ownership of Davidoff Butler instead. So that's going to make things very, very interesting for this season as we join our first POV shot of Aidan Jackson on board for...
Oh, isn't it good to be back, Aidan? I've missed this.
Yeah, you know me. Just getting back into the swing of things.
Talking to his engineer over the thing. Yeah, for the first shots of Bahrain in the with the new graphics setup. Even though we're not running the full power graphics and path tracing that the PC gaming would have at full power, this console on Xbox looks really good. You can see, look at you just saw the sheen of the light going across the paintwork on the car and everything. This looks so much better than what it did on F1 24. So we're just going to go through this motion here. We're going to do one drive out lap. We're going to do one drive out lap to get accustomed to the car, and then we've got, I assume, a target time to match and beat when we get through to the next lap that's coming up now. So we're going to power through across the line with Aidan on this out lap, as we should get another message from our engineers as we do.
Right, we'd like you to push it on this next lap, please, mate.
Can do.
And with that, we've got a time of 1:35.1 to beat. But as you would have, as you saw in the as we crossed the line, we did a 1:32. So it's not going to be too difficult to beat that on this run. So we can just go through the motions and just enjoy this lap with Aidan with the new graphics on F1 25.
Okay, mate, let's have some feedback on the car, please. How's it feel?
Yep, sure thing. Car's feeling great.
Aidan seemingly pretty happy with the car on first thoughts of this new 2024 Challenger. But yeah, the graphics have been up. Graphics are a big improvement already on this game, and as I didn't get a chance to mention it when I did my F1 movie trailer video on the first time. Handling, brilliant balance. So there's no of that infinite infinite grip that you got on the F1 24 game, like the tyres were made out of super glue and everything. But it's that happy blend of that initial, you get the full grip on the turning, and then at apex you get to the point where the car's you can feel the car just on the edge of traction, like it wants to understeer or break away at the rear. It's a really nice blend of that F1 24 but also F1 23. So the handling is not an issue anymore on this game. As we go past over the line, we successfully beat the target time of the 1:35.1, and now we can at our leisure go back to the pits whenever we want, or we can carry on do a few more testing laps. I already did a little bit of testing after I did the movie trailer, so we're going to head back to the pits now after this one final radio message.
Okay, Aidan, everything's looking good so far. Car's looking great, and so do you.
Yeah, this car is a rocket ship. You guys have made a beast right here.
All encouraging signs that from the team and Aidan as well. He's very happy with this car. So yeah, all's boding well for the start of this season, surprisingly, as we're now going to come into the pit lane after setting that lap, and we're going to go into a cutscene with Casper Ackerman.
I've already told Casper, let the car run a little wider out of turn 4. You can really extend the track there.
I don't know. We're already pretty close to track limits at that point.
Well, you're leaving time on the table, so just let it run a little wider. It's all good.
But you're not the one behind the wheel, Dev.
We might be pushing our luck with the steward, so we'll have to side with Callie on this one.
Ask Casper, he'll agree with me.
Yeah, they're here now. Just give me a second. Devon, just a man. So we look through the data, and if we adjust the ERS harvesting rate, we should see some improvement on those turns.
Told you.
Right, okay, settle down. Got someone who wants to speak to you all. Right, they're listening now. Davidoff.
Good. So, as your new team owner, I thought it only right that I check up on my investments. And I'm glad I did. Casper's just filled me in on the lap times. I just wanted to say, well done. I'm impressed. But Red Bull's numbers are better, so there's still room for improvement.
Well, now we know what we're up against. I'm sure me and
Callie,
Aidan could...
don't have time to chat. All I wanted to say is that I'm expecting great things from our drivers this season. We all are. Just don't let yourselves down.
And no worries, Dad, we're all over it.
Good man, I'll fly out to Bahrain as soon as I can. Ciao.
Well, he's right, you know. With times like these, we could be real contenders this season.
Well, Davidoff certainly has his way with words, as usual. But, yeah, we're going to head to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, several races into the 2024 season for chapter number 1. While still early, Konnersports have had an encouraging start to the 2024 season. A series of impressive performances has surprised fans, pundits and other teams on the grid alike. So, encouraging signs. That performance in pre-season was not a lie, and it looks as though we're going to be having a pretty good season and hopefully challenging for more race wins and potentially a title.
We had an incredible start to the 24 season. Better than any of us could have imagined.
And do you think any of that was down to Davidoff Butler buying the team?
Undoubtedly. I mean, Davidoff had a way of pushing people's buttons to motivate them, as he would call it. Besides, both his kids were at Konnersport, so if there were any disagreements, which there were, he could be very
persuasive. He would always get what he wanted. Why do you think I sold the team to him at the end of 2023?
What? Can we get another clip of that laugh? What on earth was Andrea Connor thinking when he decided to go full maniac? What on earth was he thinking to come out with a laugh like that? Oh my lord. Anyway, diving into the admin now with Casper Ackerman. We have a Legacy Media one here. Davidoff Butler has arranged for a luxury watch brand, Eckenberger, to run an advertising campaign featuring Devon, Callie and himself to promote their new product line. Eckenberger have been in contact asking when might be possible to arrange the filming. Currently, it would have to replace a pre-scheduled meeting about simulator data. How do you want to deal with this request? We can promote, we can prioritise decline or delay. Personally, I'm going to delay this one. We need to... we're in a good position at the start of this season, and we want to be thinking about moving up the pecking order a bit in this championship. So I am going to... for me personally, I'm going to select... I'm going to select delay. We're going to leave it for now, and we're going to come back to we're going to come back to it later, and hopefully by the time that we move on to better things for a better time, we can hopefully pursue that later. So now we've just got we got all the same bits stated before. We got the performance and reputation levels up there for our team, and we've also got the news, email and social as we get a call from it's the boss.
Davidoff.
Casper, how's everything shaping up?
Pretty good. We're just about to go over the data from FP3. I want to encourage Callie to adjust the brake balance. She's still locking up coming out of turn 7. And as for Aidan,
Good. Casper, listen, we need another strong showing at him.
Of course.
Getting a great result in Ferrari homeland would show that we're serious about making the top 3.
And we are, as you know. We've delivered a good car this year, so don't we...
But there's always a better car around the corner. Stay hungry, Casper. Also, I understand my old friend Ernst has been in touch about a shoot with some watches.
Oh, Eichenberger. Yeah. But, you know, I can't allow it at this time. I mean, we're under a lot of...
No. Ernst is an old Cambridge chum of mine. It's important to me. It simply must happen. I don't want to go into why this, why that. Just do it.
Okay, I'll get it arranged.
Good man. Thank you. Now I've got some other calls to make. Talk later. Keep the pressure on.
Davidoff making it entirely clear that he is the boss and things will be done his way. So we're going to go through the last few bits of happening here in the social. All the same things from before. You got news slates from real life people, pundits, even F1 YouTubers, Tim at Marduk there as well, and a few of the made up names for the social media accounts. So we're going to emails, FP3 data. A couple of things come from the FP3 data. We've been looking at Carrie's lockups, which Casper mentioned in the phone call. We've also got the thing he was going to mention about Aiden, which is being unstable through turns 14 and 15. That'll be the Variante Alta chicane going towards the end of the lap. So we could do with a suspension tweak here and just avoid sacrificing too much there. We got a message from Devon. Can't seem to get hold of you. Answer your phone, mate. I've been looking at some data from qualifying, and I really do think we're missing a trick with the current tyre strategy. Trust me, mate. You'll thank me later for it. Call me. And then we're going to go into the race rundown, the attachments here. You can see with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, Verstappen leading the championship ahead of Perez, Leclerc, and Aiden Jackson's in fifth, you know, so he's not doing too bad for a start of the season. And then obviously the constructors is Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren. And then the Autodromo, Enzo Edino, Ferrari. So we're going to skip through that now. We're going to head into the race for Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and this is where we actually get to choose who we get to drive as part of this story. We have Aiden and Callie. So I've decided for this first part I'm actually going to race as Aiden for this one, because we've got a little bit of the family driver at the end of Breaking Point 2, and I think Aiden needs a bit of a run out this time. So we're going to select Aiden Jackson for this first part. We'll be playing as him throughout the entirety of this Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix race, and we'll hopefully be able to get another good result for the team. We join now mid-race for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. With the race in full swing, Aiden Jackson sets his sights firmly on challenging the race leaders.
What a great battle down the straight here at Imola. There's not much space between Red Bull and Konnersports, and there's contact and into the gravel. Jackson's off, Verstappen's unaffected, and he races on ahead.
Verstappen definitely benefits from that one. Was there room for it though? I'm not too sure.
Everything okay, Aiden?
Not happy.
Yeah, well, it looks like you've escaped unscathed. Now head down and let's go, yeah?
I'm already on it.
Yeah, Aiden Jackson not happy, and understandable. Max Verstappen being Max Verstappen, his usual aggressive self. So we've got a couple of laps. We've got until lap 13 to get up into P5, which is exactly where Verstappen is. And then the other objective is to finish in third place before the end of the race, as we now catch up to the back of Carlos Sainz. Very awkwardly, actually, as we all catch up to Logan Sargent there through Tamburello. So we're going to get on the power, get on the ERS, pull alongside the Spaniard as we head down into Villeneuve. We're going to brake, we're going to have to send it round the outside of the second part, just avoiding the gravel there. As we get up into P6 now, as I lose my breath trying to keep up with what I'm doing. But now later on in the lap we're going to catch up to the back of Verstappen as we try to look at the inside. No, he cuts us off. We have to back out a little bit, send it down to the inside into Ravazza. We're going to send him out wide. We're going to show him the same courtesy he showed us as we take that P5 with one lap to spare, and now we're going to pull away from the Dutchman with ERS and DRS because we got the detection point before the Ravazza section, and now we're going to chase after our teammate Callie Mayer, who is in P4, heading up the hill from Tosa. We're going to have a look to the right hand side. No, we can't, no room there. Mayer parks herself very awkwardly at this corner here. It's a little bit difficult to get through, and now she squeezes us on to the left hand side, so we're going to have to send it round Aqua Minerale, go a little bit wider than normal, but I don't want to end up clattering with my teammate. Good to see the AI are actually defending they're not aggressively, but very, very difficult and awkward to get past them in some places, so that's a definite big improvement from F124. And now the following lap out of Aqua Minerale, we're going to catch up to Oscar Piastri. Better traction going up the hill towards the Variante Alta as we, a little bit of wheel banging there with Piastri as we send it around the outside of the first part to get the inside for the second part. Warning collision with Piastri, but that is fair enough. We are now up into the podium positions of P3, but I reckon with 4 laps to go, we might be able to get a few more places here. We're going to have a look at 2 laps to go, sorry, I thought it was 18, but it's actually 2 laps to go. And now as we come on to the start of the last lap, we're going to be on the back of Perez coming out of the Ravazza curves as we get the power down, ERS and DRS. We're going to sail past now. We've got to drive like absolute hell to catch up to Leclerc if we want this race win, and we do as we catch him towards the Variante Alta. We're going to measure our braking, get a nice clean line through the chicane. He gets the power down initially, but we got more traction in the second phase of the acceleration, especially with ERS. We're going to have to make this lunge down into Ravazza if we want this win as we dive down the inside of the curve. Fair play, he gives us the room as we now sail past the Ferrari, and on home Ferrari turf we disappoint the fans in the grandstand as we come through to win the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix as Aiden Jackson. What a race that was. That was satisfying to do that on the last lap. Fantastic.
Gotta say, it's been another good day for Konnersport today. A string of positive performances recently has seen them establish themselves well and truly ahead of the midfield.
Yeah, they're in the top 3 now, Crofty. A great season so far, and I've been really impressed with both Mayer and Jackson.
I don't think you're the only one there, Ant. We'll be watching their season with interest. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. And what a treat it is to see Konnersport taking the top spot. That's a well-earned victory.
As we now go on to the podium with Aiden Jackson, Leclerc in second. Perez actually got third. He got Verstappen. So, yeah, he was already in P3. What am I thinking? Anyway, but this is our first look at the podium sequence with the new motion capture camera. So it looks like with the podium sequence, the cameraman is actually up there with the podium finishers. So that actually looks really good. It really helps engage with the immersion of what it's like to be on the Formula One calendar. As we now head to the what I believe is the press pen for the new cutscenes here.
Aiden, what a battle with Max out there today. How did you find it?
People talk about Max for a reason, but look, I don't like how dominant he's been in recent years. None of the drivers should. We know he's a champion, but we can all compete with him. And if we can't challenge him more, then, what are we even doing out here today? I think it's time that the rest of us start to change the conversation. So, I'm pleased to have taken the fight to him a little bit today.
You're now third in the Constructors. That's the best start to a season the team has ever had. So, what do you put it down to?
I think it says a lot about the team. The engineers, mechanics, strategists, they've all worked tirelessly to get us to this point. And, we're working harder than ever to be as good as we can possibly be. And, to achieve third place in the standings, I think that's a fair result for all of the efforts the team has put in.
Do you feel like you're sending a message to the rest of the grid with these kinds of results?
Absolutely. Well, that's why we're here, to take the fight to the big teams. We're more than just a new team. We're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here to compete with the best. And that's always been the case. And it's really great that the results are finally beginning to reflect that.
Thank you so much for your time.
With the new face-up interviews out the way, we're now going to head to post-race of the Emilia Grand Prix. A racing incident between himself and Verstappen aside, Aiden Jackson puts in a fantastic performance in Imola, managing to salvage the race for another impressive finish for Konnersports.
Beautiful. Yes. Hey, Dad. Just congratulating the guys on a job well done.
There was no time for that. We all did well. How are preparations coming on for Monaco?
I'm sure everything's in hand.
Listen, Evan, we don't have time to rest on our laurels. I want the race data analysed and full diagnostic reports on Casper's desk before we begin packing down. Listen, you've dropped the ball on this one. You cannot take your foot off the gas, not when Konnersport is this close to success. I expect you to take charge. Show the team what a leader is.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult, that, Dad. I'm team liaison. Basically, I pass notes between departments, not exactly leadership material.
Devon, you have got to focus on the bigger picture. Casper.
Davidoff. Devon, can you give us a minute? Just need to talk to your father.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. I'll just go and liaise, yeah?
Davidoff, why so full on?
Just trying to motivate him, is all. He needs to stay focused.
I'm talking about the team. They've just had a fantastic result and you're... Just give them some space to simmer down, to celebrate.
Of course. You're right. But we cannot lose momentum now, Casper. Everything must be in its place.
What are you planning?
What do you mean?
I've seen that face before. I mean, whatever it is, just keep me informed. I don't want any nasty surprises.
I'm just looking out for my family, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, something's, I don't know what it is, but there seems to be something going on in the background with Davidoff Butler. He doesn't seem... I don't know what it is. He just doesn't seem to be his usual self. He seems to have a little bit of thing on his shoulder, but a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. But hey ho, we're going to go through all the admin now. We're no doubt going to, as we start clicking through the social and the emails, and that we're going to get a call from, yep, the boss again. Davidoff wants to speak to Aidan.
Davidoff, hi.
I missed you just now, Aidan. Some race out there.
Yeah, thanks. It was a decent performance.
Decent? It was more than just decent, Aidan. Those are the kind of performances that win titles.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're aiming for.
Exactly. And, I think there's another steak night.
You know, you don't have to take me out for steak every time I have a good race.
Indulge me, Aidan? Callie won't ever accept, and I see far too much Devon as it is.
All right, Davidoff. That's very kind.
Good, thank you. There's a place called Giovanni's, not far from the hotel. I'll see you there at 8.
Thanks, Davidoff.
Ciao.
Yeah, Davidoff doing his little thing there once again, allegedly looking out for Aiden Jackson, but we all know how Davidoff likes to motivate people, shall we say. Manipulation is motivation, as he said at the end of Breaking Point 2. But we're going to head into the next chapter at the Austrian Grand Prix this time for Chapter 2, mid-race for the Austrian Grand Prix, as the paddock heads to the picturesque Styrian Mountains for the Austrian Grand Prix. Both Jackson and Mayer are hoping to maintain the team's momentum deeper into the season. So we look like we're going to be playing as both Aiden and Callie here. So let's see how we end up performing in this particular race.
Excellent start, Aidan. Now's our time to push. Come on.
Copy that.
Well, no preamble. We're jumping straight into it with 11 laps to go, and we've got to catch Lando before lap 13. So we're on lap 8 now out of 18, so we've got a few laps to catch up to Lando, who is leading this race. So yeah, well, I suppose we better get our head down. We're in P6 at the moment. We're challenging or chasing Carlos Sainz for P5. A little bit of understeer on the initial turn into this corner, and then we turn in a little bit earlier to counteract it for the next corner. So, and then we get on the ERS to try and power up to the back of the Ferrari. We're going to move to the inside for the penultimate corner, throw it down the inside for P5 there. So that is now 1 place gained on our way up to the front of the field now, as we move on a little bit later towards the top of the hill through turn 3, as we get past the second Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. ERS to DRS, and we get so much momentum, we're actually already on the back of Russell, and we pass him for P3, and that is now us into the podium. So the only thing we have left between us now is Verstappen and Norris. So as we move on now to the end onto lap 10 and set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, in doing so, as we catch up to the back of Verstappen, we're going to hopefully get better traction in the mid-range as we do off the corner. We get DRS, open the rear wing, get the ERS going as well, and we move past Verstappen into P2, get past the back marking Sauber of Bottas as well, as we now set our sights on the man directly ahead of us is Lando Norris. As we have to dodge Daniel Ricciardo in a bit of an awkward place there. We catch up to the back marker around the outside. We had to go off circuit to avoid him, just to keep our momentum up, as we now latch onto the back of Norris. We get on the brakes late into turn 1. We're already on the back of him now, and now as we get on the ERS with DRS open, as we power past the McLaren into the next cutscene, where we switch to Calimere.
Some brilliant laps out there at the Red Bull ring today, especially from our race leader Aidan Jackson.
And his teammate Mayo's making up ground out there as we speak.
An impressive overtake on the cards. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Mayo moves another place closer to her teammate in first.
Aidan's in first.
Copy that. Aidan is in first.
Can I catch him?
Let's go and find out, mate. Come on.
I can catch him.
So Callie has still got that fighting spirit. She wants to race, and from what we see, we've now got to win the race now, starting from exactly where Aidan started, behind Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. We're going to try and get the slipstream we can off Carlos Sainz. We're going to outbrake him on the racing line around the outside into turn 1. That is the first overtake done, as we now catch up to the top of the hill of George Russell and Charles Leclerc. Leclerc's overtaking Russell, as it seems now, as we move past the Mercedes up into what is P5, I believe, and now we're going to chase after Leclerc for P4 in the next sequence of corners. We're going to get on the brakes down the hill as we move up behind the Ferrari. We're going to go to the inside, switch to the other side now as Leclerc shuts the door there, and we get to the inside for turn 5. Down the hill again as we now get past the Ferrari. We're into P4, and now the only two people separating us between our teammate and ourselves is Verstappen and Norris. We're back on the two Verstappen at the top of the hill. ERS, DRS, easy as you like, up into P3. No worries there as we now brake for turn 4. We're now going to cut a little bit later on. It's taking us a bit of time, but we're now going to set the fastest lap of the race in the process, as we now get onto the back of Lando Norris through turn 1. ERS, DRS again. The ERS is so powerful on this game. We get the slipstream from the McLaren as he moves to the inside to defend, but it's not going to matter. We've got the racing line up the hill into turn 3. Little bit too late on the brakes. We very nearly went off. We got it under control again, and we are now in P2. And now, 2 laps later, it's taken us a while to catch up to Aidan Jackson. His AI has had some good pace in this race, but you know what's about to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Through turn 1, we saved up plenty of ERS in the process. We got DRS as well, as Aidan is going to hold the inside, but it doesn't matter. We've got momentum on our side. We're going to breeze past our teammate and into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix, and that is how it's going to stay as we go through the final corner on the last lap, as Kalle Meyer comes across the line celebrating in style to win the Austrian Grand Prix in convincing fashion. It's a 1-2 for Konnersports as well.
In a league of their own today, and what a day for Konnersports.
It really is, Crofty. There'll be people out there wondering when was this team going to slip up, but so far they haven't. It's been a great performance from both of their drivers.
And that performance puts them in second place in the Constructors' Championship within striking distance of Red Bull. Can they top the table? Well, with performances like that, I'd say they could. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. So congratulations then to Konnersports, your race winners today.
Kalle, congratulations on first place today. How do you feel?
So what I'm going to say here, guys, for the post races, I'm not going to talk over the some of the interview segments. I'm going to let them play. I'll let you read all the comments and the options, and have some fun making choices on what you would do in this scenario if you were Kalle Meyer or Aiden Jackson.
Thanks, I feel good. I'm feeling more and more confident with each race, and I felt in control from start to finish out there today. And this is exactly where we want to be, not just fighting for the podium, but fighting for the outright win. It just proves to me that I can be out there beating the best, and it proves to the team we've got what it takes to compete at the highest levels of the sport.
You had to go through your teammate to secure victory today, so come on, what was it like taking on Aiden out there?
Well, Aiden and I are good friends off the track these days, and I'm always aware when it's him out there. I'm never going to be too aggressive with Aiden in a situation like that, just in case I hurt the team's chances. So I'd honestly rather it was Max or Sergio, but you know, you've got to push regardless of who's in front of you.
Well, today has moved Konnersport up to second in the table for the first time ever. But can you sustain this level throughout the rest of the season?
I hope so. It's not easy out there. Red Bull are so strong, and we've yet to put any meaningful distance between us and Ferrari, but we'll keep working hard, keep giving it our all, and then who knows? There's a long way to go, and we all know how unpredictable this sport can be, so I guess we'll see.
That's great, thank you.
A 1-2 for Konnersport. The Austrian Grand Prix post-race, a dominant performance from Konnersport at the Red Bull Ring has served to silence any remaining doubters regarding the team's current place amongst Formula One's elite. But with a target now firmly on their backs, how will the team respond?
Thank you for staying behind. Konnersport's flying this season, flying. We're one place behind Red Bull. But it's a long season. I won't be around for a race or two. I have a bit of business I can't avoid. So I thought we'd get together and make sure that you understand what I expect from you in my absence.
Well, you said it yourself. We're flying, right? So we just keep doing what we're doing.
No. Look, if we're to catch Red Bull, take Konnersport to the next level, each of you is going to have to step it up. Devon, you need to take charge more. You're a butler, a man of action. You need to start acting like one.
What's Casper said about that?
Kalle, in my absence, follow Devon's lead. No arguments.
Finally.
Casper will be calling the shots, as usual. But Devon speaks for me. Is that clear?
Sure, no problem.
So, when we reach the top of the table, Konnersport will no longer be the hunter, but the hunted, and every team will be gunning for you. So, Aidan, if there are any disagreements anywhere in the team, don't be afraid to step in. Casper is going to be coming under increasing stress over the next few races. I need to make sure there's someone there with a cool head, able to smooth things over. And to keep half an eye on these two. Now, does everyone understand what I want them to do? Have I made myself clear?
Crystal. Of course.
Sure.
Good. I think we're done here. Remember what I said? You can close the door on your way out.
Is it just me, or is Davidoff playing the manipulation harder than normal this time as we go through all the admin as Callie Mayer from the end of this race, as we're getting a call from what I believe to be her mum, Evelyn? Yes, it is.
Mum.
Congratulations, Cal! I was screaming at my TV.
All nice things, I hope.
You are the best driver on the grid right now. There, I've said it.
Thanks, Mum. How's everything?
Oh, well, funny you should ask. I've just had a call from your father.
You answered?
I suppose I was curious.
What did he want?
Well, he called to talk about you. Isn't she doing well? That kind of thing.
Okay.
And then he wished me well. And he said he had to take another call. And he went.
Weird.
Has he mentioned me at all?
I mean, we don't really talk.
No. Of course you don't. Sorry. Suppose not. Anyway, darling, well done again. I'll let you go, sweetie.
Bye, Mum.
Okay, what is going on with Davidoff Butler now? He willingly called up his ex-wife, the mother of his children, to compliment and wish Callie and his mother well. As you can see back on the call history here, Callie says it best of all. Weird. This whole thing with Davidoff has been weird from start to finish. I don't know what is going on with this man. Something has to be going on in the background. I don't know whether it's a financial crisis or health-wise, but Davidoff, we got to dig deeper into this. Davidoff is not doing well, I would imagine. But we've gone through all the admin. We're going to go into the next chapter, the Belgian Grand Prix, several weeks later, Chapter 3. With Konnersport nipping at the heels of Red Bull in the constructor standings, Casper Ackermann looks to keep the team focused and on target as the F1 world heads into the final race before the summer break. Forgot to mention this, but you probably would have heard it in the post-race, but that result at Austria put Konnersport second behind Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. So we're in good position here, but we've got the momentum on our side, but something is going on in that background with Davidoff Butler that I'm not too sure is going to affect the focus of the team or whatnot, but it's going to be, it's going to be very distracting when it does occur, when the truth finally comes out on that front. So we're going to head into the Belgian Grand Prix for Chapter 3. First thing we get is a little bit of admin for, it says here, a senior member of the Aero team, Sarah Froletto, is showing exceptional progress and has been making some noises about a deserved promotion. We could choose to promote her, which satiates her, and it could lead to good results, but it may put noses out of joint with other members of the team. What would you like to do? We've got promote, delay, or decline. I feel with the way things are right now and how they're working, I'm going to go with the reputation option, the performance option, which is delay. It sounds pretty basic answer, but the way things are, you don't want to be altering anything while the formula is working. And then we have another request for a charity appearance in regards to one of the local charities that we work with the team. Send Aidan or Callie. We're going to send Aidan. It says here he's worked with this charity before. He has a good reputation, so we're going to send Aidan to get the job done. So we're going to get another phone call from, I believe it's Davidoff. It is indeed.
Davidoff.
Casper, we will push for the title, won't we?
I mean, we're already pushing. A good result today and we could be right behind Red Bull, or even beating them.
And can you guarantee that for me? Can you guarantee that we'll beat Red Bull?
I can guarantee that we will try. That we will do everything we can, every effort, you know this.
We can do it, Casper. I know we can.
Davidoff, is there something I can help you with? Are you okay?
No, I have other business to attend to. Ciao.
Okay, if that didn't seal the deal that something is wrong in the background with Davidoff Butler, that just sealed it. I mean, the man, so confident, so much of a swagger to him. You can see where Devon gets it from. He sounded vulnerable and fragile. It's got. I'm going with a health issue here. There's got to be something wrong with Davidoff behind the scenes health-wise. So it's so weird to gauge. But anyway, we're going to go through the rest of the admin with Casper Ackerman. A few emails here and there. The campaign delay for the watches from the previous iteration at the start of the season with Eckenberg watches. We're going to head into race now. We've got one more little bit of admin to do.
Okay, we need your
pressure
input
from
on
the
this
top.
one.
It seems that Davidoff has been talking with some people from the press, being very loud and vocal about our chances at Spa. And we have a choice between fastest lap, achieve the target time within 7 laps, or strong finish, get to first before lap 11. We're going to go with a strong finish. We want the result for the team. And we're going to head now into the Belgian Grand Prix. Right, the Belgian Grand Prix mid-race. An average performance in qualifying on Saturday has meant Callie Mayer has a lot of work to do. To continue her string of impressive results for Konnersport. A solid opening stint has set her up well, but a sudden technical issue presents another challenge.
There's an issue with the gearbox.
Okay, stand by. I'm assessing it now. Okay, Callie, you are going to have to manage that problem for now, please. Copy?
Okay.
We're looking into it.
So a gearbox problem already. Not a lot happens in this section, so we're going to skip through until we get past that.
Right, well done, Callie. Well managed. The issue should now be resolved. Can you please confirm? Please confirm.
Yeah, all good.
She found the space and Mayer got the overtake done. Looks like those gearbox issues are truly behind her now, and surely she'll have her sights set on that podium.
And what a fantastic move it was. She's been super impressive out there today.
Okay, mate, you're making good ground here. Let's push.
Copy.
Did not like that. Did not like that cutscene. Why on earth? We've never seen any interaction between them before. Why on earth would Devon and Callie's mother be calling Devon, especially in the middle of a race? Something has happened to Davidoff behind the scenes. It's definitely a health issue.
9 seconds. Okay,
He's most likely in the hospital, so we're going to press on with this race. We've got to get into first place before lap 11, so we've got until the end of lap 10 to do it, as we go start this by catching up to Aidan Jackson through Eau Rouge. Not the best place to catch him. I've had to back off quite a bit. We've got DRS, not a lot of ERS to play with because I've been gunning hard to catch him. We're going to try and move to the inside. Aidan didn't make that one easy for us. the awkward defending coming into play there. I had to really commit to that move. I've made my decision to go down the inside and I had to commit to it. But we're up into P4. We've got the main objective to win the race as we catch up to Alonso through Stabilo. Into the second part, we've got a little bit more ERS to play with this time. We're going to power past Alonso on the run down to Blanchimont as we go up into P3, and now it's only Piastri and Verstappen left, and we've got to catch Verstappen and overtake him on lap 10 at the latest. We have to, if we want to get all the objectives. So Piastri, we're not going to waste time here, wait for Eau Rouge. We're going to get him on the run to Eau Rouge, but you're about to see that was probably not the best decision because I've used all my ERS making that move, and Piastri has managed to, I got to the detection line before Piastri, so now I've got to squeeze Piastri to the inside as we get to the Lacombe chicane. Round the outside, that gives us the inside for the next part, and that's us up into P2, and there's only one target left, and that is the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, and we're going to catch him before lap 11. On the start of lap 10, as we go through the La Source hairpin, on the power, we're not going to use ERS this time. We've learned our lesson as we get past Verstappen on the run down to Eau Rouge and Raidillon. Up the hill we go, and now we're going to use our ERS to get that little bit of a buffer down the straight. Verstappen's going to have DRS, but it will not matter. We are clear with over a lap, with nearly 2 laps to go. And that is it. That is our race booked in, and I get the distinct feeling as Callie Mayer is going to go through the bus stop chicane, we're going to win the Belgian Grand Prix, but I have a distinct impression that this victory is going to be a bittersweet one.
Yes!
Some race from Callie Mayer today, and those points will see Konnersport take the top spot in the constructors' standings. And for the first time in the team's short history. Question is, how will Red Bull now respond?
Well, I'm sure they won't take this lying down, but for now, it's Konnersport who are the best team of this 2024 season.
Well, Konnersport are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
And with that, the Belgian Grand Prix post-race, a historic moment. Konnersport are top of the constructors' standings after a stunning performance in Spa from Callie Mayer, on top of the world, and wanted to share the moment with her family. She searches the paddock for our brother Devon.
Hey, nice one.
Hey. Thank you. Casper said you were hiding out in here. Where you been? We're on top of the standings.
Shut the door, Cal.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I think you better take a seat.
What is it?
Just sit down. Why don't you ever listen?
All right. What's wrong, Dev?
It's Dad.
What about him? Where is he?
He's dead. He's dead, Cal.
Come here.
Can't believe it.
You're gonna be okay, Dev. You're gonna be okay.
Well, that just went from zero to dark real quick. I was expecting health issues that would have hospitalised him, not straight up dead. And I suppose on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to round out the episode there. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to like and share this video around. It really does help. Comment on the video if you would like to as well. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of those videos. I'm David Claydon of KZR Racing, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.